All right. We'll be continuing the lab, and by that I mean, our task will be within 15 minutes. 604. Our task will be to try and get to show you how to connect the lab and learn some things from how to connect using SSH. Now, in the last lab, I forgot to incorporate the banner and username commands, and I intend to do that here before I go ahead with the connection video. All right, so let's quickly do that. Let's go back to the lab. Now, the banner is used as a tool to a legal tool to inform others that there are legal ramifications for accessing your device. There are different types of banners, and I'm going to demonstrate that right here. Let's go into route the access server here, and let's. Sorry, I have a lot of windows open. All right, so we have this. That's the access server. Um, I'm going to configure that, and to configure the banner, you have to just type the banner command. Actually, if you put a question mark after that, that shows you different banners you need, and that's available. Um, what you really need for your exam, CCNA exam, is from here to here. You do not need more than that. You don't need sleep. You need to understand what the prompt timeout is, message of the day, login, incoming, exec, config save. The most important thing is that the login and the message of the day and the login banners display information before a user is authenticated, and I will demonstrate that. In addition, the incoming and exec display information only after the user is authenticated. All right, and furthermore, we have the prompt timeout. This tells you when you're about to time out, and or when you time out, gives a message, and the config save is when you save. So let's just quickly run and configure messages here. This is how you configure the message. Let's say message of the day, banner, MOTD. Um, you need to use a delimiter. I will always advise do not use an alphabet for that because there's a chance that you can replicate it in your message and it will cause an error or it will truncate your message. So I use a dollar sign and then I just here lies the message of the day banner and I end it with a dollar sign, and that's it. And same thing you do for the rest. You just change the name of the banner instead of saying banner MOTD, you type login or banner login and type your messages, or exec banner exec type your messages, banner incoming type your message. Let me try banner incoming. All right, cool. And then I'm going to type a message. Here is the incoming banner, and then I put a dollar sign after that. I'm done. Alright, now I actually not sure if I configured an enable command for this. I would like to do that. Um enable should be ooh, enable let me just use enable command anyway. Enable secret and let me give it Cisco. Alright, okay. So another thing you can configure is the username, and that will be done by this command, the username command. Take note they're all global configuration so far. Take note the this has not changed all the while I was running this. So that just shows you that it's a global config command. So username, you need to specify the name of the user. And I'm going to specify test one here. Then what you need to specify by default, the privilege value is 15. But you have to specify privilege. I'm just putting that so you can see it. Privilege, and that's here. You can read it. It tells you sets the privilege level of the user. By default, it's 15. So sometimes you just see people type username, the name of the user, and password. right? Then it assumes they're using the highest level of privilege. But I like to specify my own privilege. So I'm going to put this one as 1, and then I'm going to go and type password. Now for password, um, the default is 0, which means the password is in clear text. Um, you have all other ones like 7 being that the password, a hidden password is going to follow, or some is like hash, whatever it is. So they do have their own meaning, but just what you need to know is 0 means clear text. So 0 is the default. So I'm going to type in the password as test1. Now, now I want to display the message of what I just configured right now. I'm going to do show run. I'm going to do a cheat here, so running the whole config. And I'm going to say begin with username. So I want to display the usernames I've configured. And you can see that there are some usernames I've configured here, but most important what I just configured right now is username test, and the password is 0 and it's test. Now, I configured another one earlier. That's username test2. Look at that. The privilege value is what? 2, right? Okay. And here we go for that too. Now, if we take note, one of the things I noticed is that um, privilege values is usually classified 0, 1, most likely classified together, um, but 15 is the highest. So you should be aware about that. For some reason, I think 1 and 0 are classified together, which is why, though I configured it as username test1 and privilege is 1, password is 1, it shows up here as test1 with a default privilege. So 0, 1 seem to be classified together. So this is just something you need to know. And then I'm going to save this. Do right. Okay, and I'm done with that. And I'm going to test it right now so you can all see it. I'm still within 15 minutes, which is great. It's a lot. Oh, you know what? I need to do this first. Um, I need to console in here and exit, and I'm gonna go back, use my PuTTY, and try and log into the Access server. Um, uh, exit. Okay, so I'm gonna get access to the Access server. Okay, here we go. Look at that. It says, "Here lies the message of the day banner." Right here lies the exact banner. So, yeah, actually, I think we missed the message. Oh, I didn't configure login. All right, so let me quickly do that. Config T. We have to do line console. Sorry about that because I'm the console login line console 0. That's about all you get really 0. Um, and then put login, and I can put password. Oh, sorry, I need to set the password first. Password Cisco login Cisco. So it's gonna log in as Cisco. Password is Cisco. Or I can actually make the login local. I think. Oh, I'm saying login local. Yeah, I can make it local, so I don't have to remember everything. Test1. All right, cool. So I'm gonna end this and then exit, and I'm gonna connect to it again. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Close this. Actually, close everything. Close all, and I'm gonna connect to the Access server again. I press enter. See, I get the message of the day banner and I get the login banner, right? I don't get the exec banner. I get a username, right? And I'm gonna type that. That's oops, test test one, and the password is test one. And what do we get? The exec banner comes right there, right? Okay. So I'm gonna do something else. Let's see. Telnet. I'm not sure Telnet's available here. IP address of host name of a remote system. So that'll be 10.0.0.181, and I hope this would work. I think 2005. That's 10. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think that should be 13. Let's see what happens with that. Does it work? Will it get there? I don't think so. So it didn't work that way. But not to worry. I think there might be another way to do that. Let's see. Yeah, well, anyway, I've been able to demonstrate how the username and password works and what actually shows up over there. Um, Shoot, I just remembered something like we used GNSR R5. Let's see if that works. No, no, it won't work. I just remembered 6x um, enable, uh, and then I think it might work now. GNS R5. Uh, well, wishes were horses, pigs will fly. All right, let me connect to a switch I have configured and see if that will give me better luck. I'm trying to get the incoming login to work, and that should work with reverse telnet. I'm gonna do SSH. All right, so enable. Okay, now I'm gonna show run. I'm gonna begin with um hosts. No, hosts. I'll see if I actually had some hosts defined. Yes, I do have some hosts defined, and I'm gonna use that. Um, those hosts actually should give me access to the lab telnet. Um, so just type the name GNS R5, and we did it. As you can see clearly, I'm happy actually this worked because I really wanted to show you guys the incoming banner and how that works. So what I did was by typing GNS35 here, I'd configured the host name GNSR5 to actually do a reverse telnet to the device. And if you type in the executable mode and enable mode, if you just type in any name, it is going to try and telnet to it by default, um, unless you configure it elsewhere to do something else. But this is what's going to do by default, and that's why you see the trying here. You see the IP address result this because this was defined like defined in the host file 203. It says it's open. It connects to it, right? And it says the console port, and I press enter to get the prompt, right? I hadn't logged in yet, and what happened was, um, oh, I get what happened here is the fact that um, I actually had I actually had not closed router 5. Okay, I'm gonna close router 5 exit or end, and just display it again. Exit, okay, and then I'm going to do Shift 6X. So that takes me back to the switch, and uh, let me go back here again. Shift 6X, close, end. No, Shift 6X. I keep pressing enter. Shift 6X. Okay, and Shift 6X. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to um, end or exit, confirm. So it's closing that. This is why the incoming was no longer working, because it already is working. There's already a session between the switch and the GNS3 router 5. I wanted to stop that completely. Okay, so that's what I've done here right now. I'm going to log back in. Um, I'm just going to deny that. I'm going to log back into the switch now. Okay, and I actually should have just closed it myself, but I wanted to be sure. Oops, I'm saying end. Enable. I wanted to be sure I ended it. Right. So now I'm going to go back to the switch again, and to the router again, GNS R5, and I want you to watch. Here lies the exact banner as we expected. Um. Oh, okay, I get it. I actually don't have. You know what? I need to do this. Um, line console 0. Whoops, config T. Line console 0. And then put enable um, login. Sorry, password tests. Password should be tests 1, and login enable. I think I can do login local actually. Login local. Okay, for line 0, and I'm going to do show run, and I'm going to have this um, begin at username. It must match. I don't have any username. That'll be bad. Show run. I actually don't have any username configured here. Okay, so I guess I'll have to telnet to. Okay, I know what I did. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna have to shift X, shift 6X, and then do telnet to 10. 10.0.0.181, and use the port number 217. Now I'm trying to get access to the access server and see what happens here. Okay. Says here lies the message of the banner. I say test one, test one. Here lies exec, enable, test one, test one. Oh, Cisco. Okay. Um, Let me do telnet. Should be reverse telnet, not just telnet. I'm sorry. I actually got it to work. But it's actually working. The only problem is it's not spewing the information like I expected to do in the right config, so that we can actually see the incoming message. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do that better. See, so this is this. Press enter to get the prompt. Here lies that the incoming message. All right, so I'm sorry that didn't work out, but at least with this we're able to deal with both the username and the banner. Okay, thank you.